Hey there and welcome to day 23. Today I want to talk to you real briefly about your social media buttons on your website. Now, I don't have anything to show you on my screen. I just want to talk to you here. I see a lot of bloggers, and you may be doing this, hopefully you won't be by the time you're done watching this video, but you have way too many social media buttons on your website. Usually what happens is you get people who are using these plugins that you could check off the buttons that you want to show, and it litters the bottom of your blog post with a bunch of buttons. And there's way too many of them typically. I see some bloggers have 10 or more of these things sitting on their blog posts, and they're just too many things. It's almost like they think that people are going to use them just because they're there, and that's really not the case. Remember what we talked about several videos ago with the rule of multiples. If you give people too many things to do, they're not going to do anything. So here's what you want to do with your social media buttons. You want to focus on the ones that actually matter to your audience. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, you've got the most popular ones, which are probably going to be things like Facebook and maybe Twitter and maybe Google+. That's pretty much it. But here's the thing. Excuse me. You have to consider the audience that you're talking to. Maybe your audience doesn't give a flying crap about Twitter, in which case, why have a retweet button? You as a blogger, you might think it's a big deal, but your audience doesn't. They might be much more into Facebook. In fact, odds are they probably are more into Facebook because Facebook has a lot more market penetration than does Twitter or Google+. So keep in mind that as a blogger, the things that you focus on are often different than your target audience. And therefore, having, buttons on there for things that they don't even use is just not only a waste of space, but it's also a big distraction from the things that they do use. Now, I'll make one final comment here before we end for today. And that is that if you have the technical skills to put these share buttons into your theme directly, do it. This rather than using a plugin, because here's the thing with these plugins is they load up additional things like style sheets and things like that it's just excess baggage for your theme, and it can kind of slow down your website. So in most cases, especially if you're using one of these plugins that allow you to input all kinds of different networks, you're kind of bringing a lot of baggage just to be able to put maybe Facebook and Twitter buttons on your page. So if you have a way of knowing how to grab the code for these buttons directly from Facebook, directly from Twitter, and put those on your theme, do it that way. It'll save you a little bit of load time on your site. So with that, I will see you guys again tomorrow.